this for? Tell me what's this for? I translate because my French is dreadful, I'm
I
afraid.
think that maybe we have to present it as a fan club, but we don't want to be a fan club.
Sure. No, I know. The word is horrible. The word fan is, ooh, it's got connotation, you know.
We have a project.
Sure.
We want to make a book with for all the fans.
Sure.
The fans.
Sure. Appreciators.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovers. Okay.
Great.
And but the project is at the moment not very clear.
Understand, yeah. Sure.
We don't know what we want to do exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Well, if you have some things you want to ask me, this would be a good starting point.
Yes. And we'd like to meet you again.
Sure.
Later.
I have to. Do you want tomorrow sometime, or would this be too soon?
Too soon, yeah.
Okay. Right. Sure. Well, I'm sure we'll be coming back because all this stuff is just starting.
But we can go to Swindon.
Don't come to Swindon. No offence, but yes, I like my privacy.
I understand.
It's too expensive to come to Swindon. It's a long. I'll come here. It's cheaper.
After this, we want to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Anything you want to know.
Well, to the beginning, why this name, Ecstasy?
We chose the name in 1975. Yes. Basically, we were rather fed up with having a lack of direction, and the lack of direction of things generally, music generally, had no direction. And the name was chosen because it was, to be truthful, it was short, sharp. The letters were very aggressive and sharp. And it's shorthand. Do you have shorthand in France? What's this in French? Shorthand style. Shorthand, you know, writing quickly, secretary.
Shorthand? Short story?
You know, when you write and you condense.
Steno.
Steno, oui. It's like steno style for writing ecstasy, the word.
Yes, well, this is ecstasy.
Ecstasy. And it was a steno style for writing ecstasy. Just ecstasy. And we thought it was descriptive of the music that we wanted to do. The music we wanted to be short and sharp and aggressive, but still ecstatic, a sense of immediate pleasure, immediately ecstasy. And it was chosen. Also, people always write it big. They never write. They always write. You know, this is great. I don't know why. Human nature. They must write it big. So this was very good because posters is very big and in print always big. I don't know why, but it was chosen to make immediate impact to represent the music.
In the Homo Safari series...
I know, don't ask me. Go on. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is true. This is true. We actually forgot to do number 4. I'm so sorry. We had it ready. It was called Mantis on Parole. You know, mantis, the insect. And parole means in the army when you're released. And it was called Mantis on Parole. And it was like a bebop style thing. A very fast bebop piece. And we rehearsed and everything. And we just forgot to do it. It was as simple as that. I'm very sorry. So the Homo Safari series is actually only 5. This is a great mistake of our time.
Because we looked for it a long time.
We might do it in the future, but then again, maybe not. It was one mistake. It was a big mistake. The Homo Safari series grew out of, it was like, how shall I say, a cupboard to put, a box to put all the tracks that had no home. We didn't know what to do with these tracks. Like Frost Circus was a piece of music. And what shall I do with this? So let's put it in the Homo Safari series. It's like it's a home for orphans, you know, musical orphans. Is this word in French? Orphan? You know, no mother or father is an orphan. Orphan, yeah, it's a musical orphan. So the Homo Safari is a home for musical orphans. The Frost Circus is used in Japan for makeup, girls' makeup. It's commercial. For we finished it and put it out, and then they, oh, I look at this, and they took it for a commercial in Japan. So.
Yes. Can you talk about the names of LG?
Sure. Oh, they had so many other names. I mean, we never stick with one name. It changes all the time. In fact, do you have a? Is this the album? Is in here? Can I check something? No, it's not on there. There's on the English cut. Yes, there's a
between the
here. Yeah.
I've got it if you want.
No, not that one.
Non, c'est votre passage français, je sais pas. Mais ouais, c'est une pratique assez courante. Il y a des petites écritures entre le label et le vinyle.
There. This was one of the titles that we never stuck with. The Bastard Son of Hard Blue Rayhead. That was one of the early titles. It started as Hard Blue Rayhead. We thought, nice words. Nothing special, but nice words. Hard Blue Rayhead is the same. Onomatopoeia. Nice words, Hard Blue Rayhead. And then as we worked on it, it became different. So maybe it should be the son of Hard Blue Rayhead. And then we worked on it a bit more later on. It's so different. Maybe it's the bastard son of, La Bâtarde, son of Hard Blue Rayhead. So this was one of the titles that it should have been called. It was, for a long time, it was to be called Coalface. It's an expression meaning where you dig coal from. It's called the Coalface, but I thought it had nice connotations. Of Coalface is a nice image, like somebody's face. But it became the Big Express because I think the railway thing is important for where we live. So it's homage to the railway where we live. Let's see. Mummer was chosen because Mummer was initially called Fallen from the Garden, and then it became Fruits Fallen from the Garden, then it became Fruits Fallen from God's Garden, then we scrapped all those. Mummer was chosen because I think you have similar in parts of northern France. Moumier is street theatre, or basically mummers are ordinary people like butcher, baker, normal people, everyday people. And then at the end of the year, they make their own clothes from paper, newspaper and rags, and they travel from house to house, playing songs, acting, and it's so old, the story is so old, nobody knows what it really means. And it's got some druid thing in it. Yep. And some sex, some Christianity, some violence, all mixed in. Nobody knows what it means. But the thing is, it's local people, and it's everybody's show business. It's a simple show business. And I thought this was nice because it was not like Hollywood or television or the rock world. It was like everybody's entertainment. And they come and do it in your house or in the street. And it's ordinary people. And the next day they take their hats and clothes off and they get back to work. So it's nice. It was not pretentious. So I thought hopefully that was us. You know, we were ordinary people doing everybody's entertainment. I'm sorry if I can't make myself understood. So Mummer was chosen because it's the thing with Mummers. If you recognise them, if you know, you say, "Ah, you're George the Butcher." This spoils the magic. If you recognise under the paper, if you know who it is, this spoils the magic. So you have to remain anonymous. Do you have this word? Yep. That's the magic of the Mummer. It's ordinary folks. You know, everybody's entertainment. So that was Mummer. Okay, English Settlement. I can't remember some of the things English Settlement was supposed to be. English Settlement was chosen because this is a prehistoric carving on a hill. I think you have the same things in France. And it's on top of a hill. You can see it from the air. It's difficult to see it from the ground. It was carved by one of the English tribes that lived on the hill. And it is very near to where we live, and it was a nice, like a local symbol, a flag or something local that was, how shall I explain? It was rooted in the area, history, really deep history. Well, I thought it was a beautiful symbol. The Americans thought it was a duck or something. You know, what is this, a goddamn duck? Or canard. But it's an old English horse, and I thought it meant something to me because it was rooted in local history. So that was chosen. The Americans drew their own version first of all and sent it over for us to see, and it looked like sort of Disney or something. You know, it looked like a fairground horse. So, you know, try again. But that's the reason behind that one. A very strong local thing. Black Sea, for a long time, was called Terry and the Love Men. We were going to do like a parody of like a 50s rock and roll cover, and we were going to push Terry at the front because he was very shy. He could only talk when he got drunk. Unless he was drunk, he wouldn't really talk. And then when he got drunk, he was very violent. So we were going to push him to the front and make him like the pretend front man for the group, and call the LP Terry and the Love Men, and we were there. And he thought this was good fun, you know. And this went on for a long time while we were making the LP, and it was even advertised in some places as a new LP, Terry and the Love Men. And then he said at the last minute, "No, you can't do it. Don't do it, because I don't want to be pushed at the front. Don't do it." So we kind of racked our brains, and we all agreed between us that we should, for a long time, not for a long time, for a long time it was going to be called Terry and the Love Men. And then we said, well, look, I quite like the idea of standing in these old diving suits. Don't ask me why. It's a nice, sort of a working image, but surreal. Do you understand? Surrealist image of the diver. And I wanted to do this, and we said, let's call it Work Under Pressure, which is what the diver does. He works under incredible pressure, and also we were working under pressure at that time to get the record finished, pressure of touring, writing more songs. And we thought maybe this was a bit too obvious, so we just chose Black Sea as a sort of a passing reference to something dark and nautical. But I wish we'd have called it Work Under Pressure now, because this was very descriptive of what we were doing. Let me know if I'm confusing you, sorry. Let's see. Drums and Wires. Drums and Wires, the original cover to Drums and Wires was from an English comic book. Have you ever heard of Dennis the Menace? Mm-hmm. He's no, there's two. There's American Dennis the Menace with blonde hair, and there's an English one with black hair, spiky black hair, and he's very rough and very aggressive. And he has a dog called Gnasher, and Gnasher plays the drums. And there was a frame in a comic which we blew up so it looked very grainy, and it was the dog playing the drums, and it said "boom da da boom," And we thought, this is great, boom, da-da, boom, you know, da-da in the middle there, like the Dada movement, anti-art. We thought, boom, da-da, boom. Does this dog know something that we don't? So we were going to use this boom, da-da, boom for a long time. And then I drew the face out of the XTC letters, and everybody said, that's really good. And so we decided to use the face, and so we had to sort of come up with a new title. And we thought, well, what is this record? It's basically drums and wires. So it was actually a line from a song that was never used. There was a song called Jazz Love, which had a line in it, Jazz Love, Heart on Fire, Drums and Wire. So we stole that line from the song and made it into the album title. Let's see. Go To, basically because it was our second attempt at recording, and I wanted something short, similar to XTC, so Go To was, and it was also a computer instruction, which was very interesting, because it's an order to, it's Go To, it's a computer thing. But I wanted something very short and to parallel XTC. We thought XTC Go To was, it felt similar, you know. So that not a long, complicated history behind that one. And White Music was originally called Black Music, as in black humor. You know, a comédie noire. It's comedy, but it's not comedy. You see what I mean? It's funny, but it's not funny. So we thought, well, this is pop music, but it's not pop music. So let's call it black music, because it's on black plastic, and it's like comedy noir, you know, black comedy. And the record company said, no, you can't do that, because people are going to think it's a soul record, or reggae or something. And they said it's a bit insulting. So we said, well, look, call it white music. And they said, no, you can't, because, you know, they think it's racist or something, you know, white music. And when in the end we came to like white music better and insisted it be called White Music. Also after white noise, white noise is every sound. And we thought this was nice. Nice to... Sure. Residents, woo. Okay, go on, phrase your question, master.
When you play with the residents, how did it happen?
I went to see them in San Francisco. I got the address and I rang them up and I said, well, no, wait a minute. They rang me up at a gig and said, could you come on over? And I had to contact them back later and rang them back, and they said, come and see us, because we were playing in San Francisco and they were in the audience watching the show. So I went over and to Ralph Records, and the residents were there at Ralph Records, and they said, we're using the studio downstairs, because they've got a studio in Ralph underneath the record company in the basement. And they said, could you come with us, and what do you think of these lyrics? And they gave me these lyrics, and they're very strange. And they said, come in here. And they set a microphone up, and they said, would you sing them for us? And I said, well, how? And they just said, anything you want, any way you want. So they played me the track, and they said, okay, start. And I just sang these lyrics, and they said, great. And that was it. And ever since then, they've sent me every record they ever made, and I'm singing one of the tracks on the commercial album. It's Margaret Freeman's Body, yeah.
Is there someone else you'd like to work with?
Possibly, well, I'm doing some more production in November. There's a Canadian girl singer called Mary Margaret O'Hara, whose voice is marvelous. She's got a great voice. It's quite improvisational. It's sort of like a ballad voice, but she goes wild with it. I mean, just sort of, woo, frightening, you know. And I thought it was good. And Virgin said, would you like to work with her? And I said, yeah. So that's something to do.
Okay. If you want, we're gonna talk of the Big Express. You've always showed a lot of originality and humor in the conception of the covers. Big Express cover is in the line of the previous. Seems you value it a lot.
It's sort of. I wouldn't trust anyone else. Wouldn't trust anyone else to dress the band. It happened once with Statue of Liberty, and I thought that was awful. That's the worst sleeve of Statue of Liberty. It's just a photo of the Statue of Liberty. And I had a big argument with Virgin Records and said, I want to do the sleeves, all of them. So I've done every sleeve I did 3D EP, and then I didn't do Statue of Liberty, and then I did all the others after that, all the singles, all the albums, because I don't trust anyone else to dress the group. My favourite is the theatre, No Thugs in Irons. I know some people who cut the figures out and mounted them on wire, and they do the play.
The little game with
Nigel. Yeah, have you ever played it? It's very frustrating. It's like life, you know. You get it's just like life, you know. But I tried to. I like sleeves that do something. Great Fire, you know, you could make it burn. And Love on a Farm Boy's Wages, you could open up and it was a wallet, you know. Or Sergeant Rock, you could pull it all out and, you know, stick it on your wall if you want. Terrors of London, you could change the sky.
Do you put some others Oleopithecus?
Oh yes.
The cover is really, really rare.
You take the chest out of the suit. Is that rare here?
There's no one.
Ah.
No one left.
I wanted to do one with nipples that stuck out, like, so you could touch the chest. And Virgin said no. But so they settled for just taking the chest out. There's a nice sleeve. There's Virgin in England are putting out This World Over as a single, and they're putting a track on the other side called Blue Overall, which I thought should have been on the album. I think it's one of the better tracks that never made the album. But it's a nice cover. You'll like the cover. I'm not saying anymore. You'll like the cover.
Punk Pop Roll, more than the Remain of Mummer, announced well coming back to more energetic compositions.
Yeah, that was virtually the last song written for the Mummer album. And I just felt a bit upset that I felt rather used and just used by the record industry. I don't know why. I felt frustrated with Virgin because I knew they were upset with the way Mummer was going, and they didn't want to release Mummer, and they were not very enthusiastic about the demos of the songs, and so I felt angry and frustrated with the music business. So I just had to write an angry song about how I felt, and it's a sort of the start of these songs now on Big Express, back to electric guitars, and I just had to write a song because I felt used by the record industry. So it's a bit angry. So many people wrote and said, is that the last song you'll ever do because of Bye Bye at the end? And is that the end? You know, no. So I thought that would scare some people. No, so many people wrote and said, is that the last thing? And no, it wasn't.
When I listened to the Big Express, there was some text that I have not understood.
Sure. Ask. Can you say?
Shake you donkey.
Yeah, that's written in very bad English.
I don't speak of the language, but of the general ideas.
It's sort of revenge, but it's basically, I know, I hope I'm not guilty of doing this, but I know some men have been very bad to girls in their life. I mean, I think I used to be pretty bad to girls. I'd get drunk and come home and beat them up and stuff like that, you know, all that sort of stuff you're not supposed to do. And it's about somebody, not me, but it's about somebody that I've known in the past who treats a woman bad when she's good to him, and then she treats him bad and makes a fool of him by being nice to him, if you see what I mean. And a common term for a fool is an ass, which is a donkey. And it was just a very simple tale of somebody who, maybe like a horror movie, they're part man, part donkey, because they've been made to look a fool. And the whole song is ridiculing this person who is, because they've been bad, have been made to look a fool. Very simple song, I think the simplest sentiment I've ever written. But it's purposefully written in bad English, so it sounds, it sort of jars you when you hear it, you know. It's wrong English, it's very wrong.
Music also is very strong in for this tune.
Sure.
Just one chord.
Just one chord. All the way through, that's it.
Yes.
Dave plays that guitar, he's over one side, and I do the other guitar, over the other side. But the thing is, when the chords change, when myself and Colin change, it's quite nice with Dave, because he doesn't change. So you get this, and then it goes, so...
There's always a complete attachment between music and lyrics. And
yeah, they grow together.
Yes, and it's rather rare in music in our times. Somebody write good lyrics and the music don't follow.
I see. Yeah. This is very good. Yes, you've explained very well. Maybe I tend to think of these when I write songs like pictures, you know, like a little film or a little play or something. And I think because I have a visual mind, because I like to draw and paint, and I think it's easy for me to make visuals. So I sit down with a band, and it's like designing a film set. I say, can we make like this and like this and like this? And they say like this and like this, and we build. It's like a film set until it musically it looks like how I want the words to be. I can't describe it any other way. It's like a film set. The music is, you know, we build this thing and it looks good, you know. It's got to look like the lyrics. It's got to be good for the lyrics to act in front of.
Low and so cold.
Yes. It's about me cracking up, going a bit mad, and metaphor is the same word in France. Metaphor. Metaphorique. Yeah. About a man and a steam train. A steam train is now it's being run down. It's out of use, no longer used. And I thought at one point I was going mad, and I thought I was losing inspiration. And it's like trying to keep a train going with coal, and the coal is your inspiration and your sanity. And you feel like there's no coal left, there's no more inspiration, there's no more sanity left. And I felt I was just going off the rails, I was going to crash, you know. And the song is about maybe going a bit mad and losing inspiration a little, and feeling rather upset with life. So that's why it's a bit violent and a bit confused, because I thought I was going a bit crazy. But I don't think I am.
I know we don't have more time anymore.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I have to go.
I want to ask you just a question for Andy.
Sure.
Can we hope maybe to see you back on the stage?
I frequently say no, but I must admit I feel more like playing live now than I did 6 months ago. So I can't say. I mean, maybe 6 months' time I feel a lot more like it. There's still a lot of... I think when people stop bullying me to do it, like record companies or whatever, we also have a very bad court case, legal case with our manager, who's been Ian Reid, who's stolen a lot of money from the band. So I want to get this cleared up first, because he's taken a lot of money away from us and been a crook, basically. So I want to get this finished first before I feel like I can make a new start, if you see what I mean.
Well, I think it's finished.
Okay.
If you have a question to ask.
Sure. Are you hoping? You say you're hoping to write a book or a magazine or something. I don't know if I can if I can help you anymore. It's not really a question. It's if I can help you anymore. I'm trying to think how I can do it. Why don't? Do you know anyone? Do you know anywhere where you can use a phone free?
A phone?
Telephone free.
To foreign.
And we'd talk on the phone.
We can phone you.
But if it'll be expensive. But if
They can come at Virgin.
sure.
Not a problem.
Because I can get to a phone. I can arrange to be at a phone in an office at a certain time or whatever.
We phone you?
Well, I'll go somewhere, and what we'll do is if I rig it up.
Well, you call me.
Sure.
And tell me at what time you want them to call.
A certain time.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we do something on the phone?
Quel jour il attend beaucoup de fil, viendrait, par exemple, sur Virgin, il est là-bas, il est perdu par téléphone.
Ah ouais, d'accord.
So we'll do some more on the phone, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
It's no trouble. Thank you very much for...
More time, we are not
No, don't worry. It's fan is such a bad word. Whoa. I hope you're not disappointed with the Big Express. I hope you...
Oh no, certainly not.
What records have you got? Is they records? So-
we have
Have you got any good ones?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
This is the English.
Oh, you've got this. Where'd you get this? This is rare now.
No,
In England, you can't find this anywhere.
you can find in France.
Not in England. Would you like me to write on here?
I don't know if it could write. Oh, bah non.
No,
Cette pochette est glacée
Yeah, this
aussi.
one.
Non, mais le pressage français. Le pressage anglais, la pochette est glacée.
Don't worry. Sorry, what was your name?
Frank. Frank.
Frank. The same.
A-M-C-K.
CK. Ah. Frank. Right. Let's see.
Très vénère. C'est français ou anglais? C'est meilleur. Ah ouais, tu vas demander des droits d'auteur sur internet. Ah ouais, la photo de une bonne.
Here we go. Thank you. Woo! I know with this. Yes. I'm just playing my harmonica. Hey, I got to play harmonica on Rain of Blows. Oh, last time I played harmonica was Toy Song. Last time I played the harmonica was Toy Song on the other disc with Love on a Farm Boy's Wages. You know the Toy Song with the harmonica. It's the other side of Desert Island. Yeah. That's the only, and I get to play the harmonica again on Rain of Blows. I love playing the harmonica. It's great. All along the Watchtower,
Yes, it's
Smokeless Zone, Toy Song, Toys, and Rain of Blows. The only 4 times, but maybe some more
You
sometimes.
play alto sax too? Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm not very good. I'm a little abstract. What was your name? Sorry, Stefan. How do you spell this? S-T-E-P.
P.
Ah,
H. A-N-E.
E-N-E.
Ace. Look. Ouais. Putain, tu vas voir ton nom sur le papier de violon.
Ah, no, I've never known this spelling. Right. Oh, coming adrift here. There's some true speech coming on here. Woo, calm down. Is this okay? This is the right spelling?
Bonchance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh well. How do you spell?
No, so really doesn't important.
Okay. You know what I mean. Okay, there we go. Oh, same one. Let's find a different one. Let's find a different one. Is there another one?
Tu les vois en photo là, plus. Vas-y, on non, c'est vers la fin.
Ouais, you choose.
Choose one. Right. Okay. Let's have a look.
Très bien. Je me demandais aussi pourquoi ils ont fait Thanks for Christmas ou ce menu.
Oh, I look so handsome on here.
Yeah.
Whoa. And you are Philip. With an E.
Yes. Two P and then a
P-H-I...
no, I said
P-H-I-L-I-P.
Okay. I think I spelled this right. Dashingly, maybe. Dashingly handsome picture of myself. Modest. Is this right?
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Great. Yay! There we go.
This one,
Dashingly. It's a joke. Here we are. This isn't the animal.
Yes.
These are the 11 animals. If there was any doubt, this isn't an animal. Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I must go. Thanks again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beer and grenadine and lemonade. It's good for the white man.
Ok, d'accord.
Ooh. No. Oh, not an empty stomach.
Bon, bah bien sûr.
Right. See you again soon. Bye.
Bye.